the shadowed stalker of Whispering Oaks. Whispering Oaks was a serene town, nestled in the heart of Oregon's dense forests. The town's tranquility was shattered when a series of young women began to vanish without a trace. Each disappearance left behind a haunting void, a mystery that seemed to deepen with each passing day. The townspeople whispered of a malevolent presence, the shadowed stalker. Legend held that this spectral entity roamed the moonlit streets, preying on unsuspecting victims. Rumors spread like wildfire, painting the stalker as a harbinger of doom, a ghostly figure condemned to wander the earth in search of souls to claim. Desperate for answers, the townsfolk turned to the authorities, but their efforts yielded little in the way of results. It wasn't until a retired detective, haunted by the unsolved cases, delved into Whispering Oaks' murky past, that the truth began to emerge. He uncovered a tale of betrayal and vengeance, a pact made with a malevolent entity known as the Shadowed One. Centuries ago, the town had sealed its fate, unwittingly unleashing a curse that would claim the innocent and the guilty alike. As the truth of Whispering Oaks' darkest secret came to light, the line between myth and reality blurred, leaving the town's residents to confront the terrifying truth lurking in their midst, the haunting of Blackwood Manor. Blackwood Manor loomed over the town of Blackwood like a specter of the past. Once a proud symbol of the town's prosperity, the grand mansion now stood as a decrepit reminder of tragedy and loss. The Blackwood family, once revered in the community, met a grisly end when their youngest daughter, Emily, was found brutally murdered on the eve of her 21st birthday. Despite exhaustive investigations, Emily's killer remained elusive, leaving the town to grapple with unanswered questions and whispered rumors. Over time, Blackwood Manor fell into disrepair, its once grand halls now haunted by the ghostly echoes of the past. In 2015, a group of intrepid urban explorers ventured into the abandoned mansion, drawn by its dark allure. Armed with cameras and flashlights, they braved the eerie silence, unaware of the malevolent force that lurked within. As they delved deeper into the bowels of Blackwood Manor, they encountered inexplicable phenomena: cold spots, disembodied voices, and shadowy figures lurking in the corners of their vision. It wasn't until they stumbled upon Emily's old bedroom that the true horror of Blackwood Manor was revealed. In a hidden chamber beneath the floorboards, they discovered a grisly shrine dedicated to Emily. A shrine adorned with blood-stained photographs and cryptic symbols. Terrified, the explorers fled the mansion, vowing never to return. But the spirits of Blackwood Manor were not so easily appeased. In the weeks that followed, members of the exploration team began experiencing vivid nightmares and unexplained injuries. Some claimed to have seen Emily's ghost wandering the streets of Blackwood, her eyes burning with an otherworldly fury. To this day, the legend of Blackwood Manor endures, a chilling reminder of the darkness that lurks within us all, the phantom hitchhiker of Route 66. Along the desolate stretches of Route 66 in New Mexico, the eerie legend of the phantom hitchhiker has long haunted travelers. According to local lore, motorists driving late at night have reported picking up a hitchhiker wearing clothing from a bygone era. A young woman with dark hair and piercing eyes. The hitchhiker appears friendly at first, engaging in polite conversation as the miles roll by. But as the car approaches its destination, the hitchhiker grows increasingly agitated, her voice taking on an otherworldly tone. In one chilling encounter, a truck driver claimed to have picked up the hitchhiker near Gallup, only to watch in horror as she vanished into thin air moments later. Others have reported feeling a sudden chill in the air, or hearing strange whispers emanating from the back seat of their cars. The origins of the phantom hitchhiker remain shrouded in mystery, with some believing her to be the ghost of Sarah Johnson, a young woman who vanished without a trace while hitchhiking along Route 66 in 1953. Despite numerous search efforts, Sarah was never found, leaving her fate and the truth behind the phantom hitchhiker forever entwined with the lonely highways of the American Southwest. The curse of Lake Lavinia. Nestled deep within the forests of Louisiana lies the tranquil Lake Lavinia, a picturesque destination for fishermen and nature enthusiasts. However, beneath its serene surface lies a dark secret. Legend has it that in the late 1800s, a voodoo priestess named Marie Laveau cursed the lake after her lover was murdered by a rival practitioner. Since then, numerous unexplained deaths and disappearances have plagued the area, leading locals to believe in the curse's malevolent power. In 1998, a group of college students set out to document the lake's supernatural phenomena. Armed with cameras and recording equipment, their journey began innocently enough, with late-night bonfires and moonlit swims beneath the stars. But as the days passed, strange things began to happen. Disembodied voices echoing across the water, mysterious shadows flitting through the trees, and the unmistakable feeling of being watched. One fateful night, the students stumbled upon an abandoned shack hidden deep in the swamp, its walls covered in cryptic symbols and strange artifacts. As they explored further, they unwittingly unleashed a malevolent force that had been lying dormant for centuries, a force hell-bent on exacting revenge for the sins of the past. What followed was a night of terror and bloodshed, as the students fought for their lives against an enemy they could not see or comprehend. By morning, only one of them remained, haunted by the horrors of Lake Lavinia and the curse that still lingers to this day. The ghost ship of the Great Lakes. On a foggy night in November 1872, the SS Lavinia vanished without a trace while traversing the treacherous waters of Lake Superior. The ship, along with its crew and passengers, seemingly disappeared into thin air, leaving behind only whispers of a ghostly apparition haunting the Great Lakes. For weeks, search parties scoured the icy waters in search of any sign of the missing vessel, but their efforts were in vain. The SS Lavinia had vanished without a trace, leaving behind only grieving families and unanswered questions. But as the days turned into weeks, and the weeks turned into months, reports began to surface of a ghostly apparition haunting the waters of Lake Superior. A spectral ship with tattered sails and ghostly crewmen manning the decks. Sailors whispered of eerie encounters with the ghost ship, its ethereal form gliding silently through the fog as if guided by some unseen hand. Some claimed to have heard the anguished cries of the lost souls aboard, trapped for eternity in the icy depths below. Others spoke of strange lights dancing on the horizon, beckoning unsuspecting sailors to their doom. But despite the warnings, ships continued to vanish. The phantom photographer of Silver Creek. In the sleepy town of Silver Creek, Wyoming, a series of chilling photographs began to surface, each depicting the final moments of a tragic death. The photos appeared mysteriously, left anonymously on doorsteps or pinned to bulletin boards, leaving the townspeople in a state of terror and confusion. The subjects of the photographs were all victims of unsolved murders, their lifeless bodies captured in eerie detail, their eyes wide with fear, their mouths frozen in silent screams. No one knew who was behind the macabre images or how they were taken, But rumors began to spread of a phantom photographer haunting the town, capturing the souls of the departed for reasons unknown. As fear gripped the community, a team of amateur sleuths took it upon themselves to uncover the truth behind the phantom photographer. Their investigation led them to a long-abandoned photography studio on the outskirts of town, its dark room littered with dusty prints and broken equipment. In the shadows, they discovered a hidden chamber, a makeshift dark room adorned with strange symbols and occult artifacts. It was there they found the culprit, a reclusive photographer, driven mad by grief and obsession, who believed he could capture the essence of death itself through his lens. The photographer's arrest brought an end to the terrifying ordeal, but the images he captured continue to haunt the memories of those who saw them, a reminder of the darkness that lurks beneath the surface of even the most idyllic towns. The cursed carnival of Crimson Falls. Every October, the sleepy town of Crimson Falls, Louisiana, played host to a traveling carnival, an event steeped in mystery and superstition. Legend held that the carnival was cursed, its attractions drawing unsuspecting visitors into a web of darkness from which there was no escape. The townspeople whispered of disappearances that coincided with the carnival's arrival, children who vanished into thin air, never to be seen again, and performers who met untimely ends under mysterious circumstances. Despite the warnings, thrill seekers from miles around flocked to Crimson Falls each year, eager to experience the carnival's spine-tingling thrills. In 2019, a group of college students embarked on a documentary project determined to uncover the truth behind the rumors of the cursed carnival. Armed with cameras and recording equipment, they braved the crowds, capturing the carnival's eerie atmosphere and interviewing locals about their experiences. But as the sun set on opening night, the carnival's dark secrets began to reveal themselves. Strange occurrences plagued the students, a sinister laughter echoing through the midway, shadowy figures lurking in the shadows, and the unmistakable feeling of being watched. In a daring attempt to unravel the carnival's mysteries, the students ventured into the heart of the carnival, where they discovered a hidden chamber, a macabre shrine dedicated to the carnival's dark master, a malevolent entity who fed on the souls of the innocent. As chaos erupted around them, the students fought for their lives against the carnival's twisted attractions, their only hope of escape lying in the ancient ritual that bound the carnival's curse. In the end, only a handful survived to tell the tale. But the curse of Crimson Falls lives on, a chilling reminder of the darkness that lurks beneath the surface of even the most innocuous of traditions.